Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and today we are going to discuss the 1981 Mr. Olympia event. So get your protein shakes ready, pop your popcorn, things of that nature, because we are going to dissect this one, guys, as best as we can, using the pictures available. Franco Columbu, he won this event. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with the placings, I guess. Many people believe that he should have placed well below. Even out of the top five, he was that bad. But we will, like I said, have a look at all of the photos. Many people believe that Chris Dickerson is the uncrowned Mr. Olympia champion. And I've actually done a video between these two, Chris Dickerson and Franco Columbu. But, ladies and gentlemen, there are three other dudes here. Namely, Danny Padilla, not Padilla, Danny Padilla, Roy Callender, and Tom Platz. They all placed underneath of Chris Dickerson and Franco Columbu. So I definitely think it is worth to throw these guys in the mix. But before I begin this five-way comparison, I guess you could call it, let's have a look at the score sheet. And I will, out of respect for all of the other gentlemen, name them and their placings. This was Jorma Ratty. He placed 17th in this event, and I've seen him look a lot better than this. In 16th place, look guys, it's Ken Waller, the known t-shirt thief from Pumping Iron. I'm sure most of you do remember him. He actually won the universe in that docudrama. In 15th place was the man that had his t-shirt stolen, Mike Katz. Congratulations, finally got a victory over Ken Waller. In 14th place was Steve Davis. Pictured beside him is Carlos Rodriguez. He placed 12th. Wonder if he's related to Justin Rodriguez. In between them, tween, was the legend himself, Ed Corney. In certain ways, certain aspects, old Ed Corney was the greatest of all time. Anyway, in 11th place was Hubert Mentz. Huge fan favorite. Fans loved him. Roger Walker placed 10th. He had, I don't know, bit of a smirk on his face or a bad look on his face. Looked like he was frowning all the time. I think maybe the judges frowned upon that. I think it's just the way he looked. Samir Banu, look at that, guys. He placed very low the year before, and this year he really came into his own and he got in the middle of the pack. He placed dead last the year before, I think. Johnny Fuller, no on-stage pictures of him. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Johnny Fuller, a classic bodybuilder. Dennis Tinerino gets 7th, and right beside him was Jusip Wilkosh. And Jusip Wilkosh, I know he placed 6th in this event, but I'm telling you right now, the rest of the gentlemen, the top 5, it was very close. And you could have very well threw Jusip Wilkosh in that pack, but I guess it makes it less confusing by having a top 5 of all these top 5, and it's very interesting, guys. If you look at the score sheets, not all of them had Franco Columbu winning. A couple of them had Chris Dickerson winning. One judge had Tom Platz picked as the winner. And if you look, the first judge, he had Roy Callender winning, and he had Tom Platz right there in second. And he even had Danny Padilla defeating Chris Dickerson and Franco Columbu. He had Franco Columbu placing last in that lineup. So very interesting. None of the judges had Danny Padilla picked as the winner. But you know what? If you ask most of the general public, at least my fans, at least you guys, I love you guys, at least you guys think that Danny Padilla, well, half of you guys think Tom Platz. But man, oh man, Danny Padilla, he brought it. He brought it. Never have I seen a bodybuilder peak for one show like this, Danny Padilla. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us have a look at the pictures available. And this is a terrible picture of Roy Callender. I don't even think that he knows there is being a picture taken. All of the other guys seem to be tensed up, flexed. Trust me, seeing the video footage, Roy Callender, he was conditioned. Danny Padilla, he sticks out to me as the perfect physique. His condition is in, upper, lower body, well balanced. Franco Columbu, Those legs are sticking out like a sore thumb. He has a tremendously ripped upper body. Little bit of guy, no, I have to say. I'm not being mean. Franco Columbu's one of my favorite bodybuilders of all time, but this is not his best rendition. The legs, like I said. Now, Danny's legs, very small, but his upper body matches them. Now, you go to Tom Platz. Oh, my goodness. Wheels all day long. Good upper body. Look at those abs. Fantastic physique. Chris Dickerson, not too much footage of this guy. It's like they did not want to show him. Maybe not the best in the way of silhouettes, muscularity, things of that nature, but he looks like one of the most conditioned guys up there. Separation in those wheels. The guy is peeled as the day is long. Anyway, there is a couple of side shots, and there's, with the absence, of course, of Roy Callender. So take it for what it is, guys. I mean, you guys can judge for yourself. Bad picture of Franco Columbu, but I mean, it is what it is. Have a look at the back developments, and not too much talk about Chris Dickerson, but he is by far the most conditioned in the hamstrings, things of that nature. But like I said, with an absence of Roy Callender, kind of a write-off in the symmetry round, but take it for what it is, guys. Chris Dickerson looks peeled, so peeled. But of course, that's not everything. You have to win a decent amount of these mandatory shots. And Chris Dickerson, he may be the most conditioned man, but he may be the least impressive guy as far as some of these shots are concerned. Franco Columbu sticks out to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had the abs. He had the good guns, too. His biceps were improved, but his silhouette was the least impressive, and those wheels stick out like a sore thumb, like I said. Padilla, so gosh darn impressive. Look at that, guys. That is a bodybuilder. Bodybuilder's bodybuilder. Now, Roy Callender, unfortunately, it's a photo shoot, and for some reason, there was no front double, or in the next pose you'll see, there's no Roy Callender pictures. But trust me when I say, this front double bicep probably does no justice to his on stage. It was an awesome shot, and watch the video footage. Roy Callender in the front double, I would say he was probably winning. Probably winning. And Danny Padilla, in my opinion, gets second. Now, Tom Platz, every muscle looks good. The abs, even his biceps here, 91. Huge biceps. Or 81, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the wheels, of course. But when you throw it all together, is it even enough to defeat Chris Dickerson? Maybe. I would give Roy Callender the front double. Maybe Padilla. Definitely either one of those two guys. And I guess Chris Dickerson in that third place with Tom Platz. They're close between them two. Franco Columbu getting last. Front lat spread with the absence of Roy Callender, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Watch the video footage. He's standing right next to Platz and Padilla, which are first and second in this one, in my opinion, and he was blasting them out of the whatever. So I know it's unfair, but Roy Callender, man, oh man, everybody overlooked that guy. He was defeating everybody in this pose, in my opinion. Chris Dickerson, he's good. He lacks the aesthetics. I just don't want to, talk bad about the guy. I don't want to talk bad about the guy. But there are certain aspects about his physique that put him behind pretty much everybody else. Maybe Franco. His legs, you cannot miss them. Particularly the video footage, I guess when you watch it, you can see there's no ripples. There's no muscle separation in those wheels. And in the front lat spread, the gyno was sticking out big time. But it's you don't want to speak ill of the dead. And those are two guys right there, Chris Dickerson and Franco Columbu. Anyway, guys, it is what it is. I gave Roy Callender props in the first two shots. Maybe Padilla in that front double, though. Turn to the side for the first of the two side poses. And it looks like, to me, does it look like this to you guys? But it looks like, to me, first and second are last in this lineup. I think that Franco Columbu is probably dead last in the side chest. He's, showing us the gyno in this pose. Wheels, undersized, things of that nature. Chris Dickerson, least impressive as far as the silhouette is concerned. Muscularity, things of that nature. Torn pec that he's showing us. But hey, it is what it is. But when you're going up against three studs like Padilla, Callender, and Platz in this pose, it's funny to me. My score sheet so far, like I said, the first and second are last in this lineup. Roy Callender, this pitcher probably does him no justice. Even in the wheel department against Tom Platz, he was winning. He was winning in the chest. Boom! Boom. I think he's Canadian, isn't he? Could be a French boom. Le boom. I don't think so, though. Platz and Padilla, it is a battle. A good battle between them two in all of the shots so far. Maybe with an edge to Padilla, but not in this shot. I think in this pose, I think maybe Platz, the size is enough to get him an edge over Padilla. Not over Callender, though. Looks like a big rooster cock. Big rooster chest. You know what I'm saying? Some saying? Side tricep. And where's Dickerson? I do not see Chris Dickerson in the side tricep, unfortunately. So I guess he falls last in line. Maybe we'll put him ahead of Franco. Actually, Franco doesn't look too bad in this shot because his wheel development, it looks like it actually has some muscle separation. Small, though. Small. Padilla, in my opinion, is winning. Look at the tricep compared to the midsection. The bottom of the tricep goes right into the bottom of the abs. It looks like a work of art for Padilla. Oh my goodness. Roy Callender snapping one of the best hoo-ha pose positions of his time. So he looks good. Is he defeating anybody else, though? He's defeating Franco Columbu, maybe. Again, you can see that gyno. And I guess the equivalent to gyno in 1981 would probably be a bubble gut for nowadays, I guess. So the judges really should have dinged him on that. Let's have a look at the back shots. No Chris Dickerson. I searched high and low, and there's just not much video footage. There's not many pictures, and there's no pictures of his rear double by from 1981. Danny Padilla. You actually can see some glutes there. Calves, fantastic. He's so small, but he is so impressive. He's probably winning this shot. Tom Platz looks very impressive as well. Maybe a more impressive back, but he doesn't have that V-taper like Danny Padilla has. Roy Callender, his rear double, kind of faded away a little bit in this shot, I have to say. It looks good. He's conditioned, but it was the least impressive out of the two. Now, Franco, his back is one of the greatest of all time. You can't deny that. And in this shot, his conditioning looks somewhat up to par. Video footage would have you believe otherwise. But, I mean, this is his pose. Both back shots are Franco Columbu shots. But is he beating either Tom Platz or Danny Padilla? No, I don't think so. Is he beating Roy Callender? Maybe. Now, Chris Dickerson, I don't want to put him last. He has an awesome back development. His condition, this is actually from the year before. I think this is from 1980, I believe. Maybe it's from 82. Should have did my homework. Yeah, this is from 82. Anyway, he was no more conditioned then. And I don't want to put him last, but he has to fall somewhere. So I guess we will reserve our decision till we see the rear lat spread. Now this is a telling tale. No Danny Padilla. Kinda sucks. Do we place him last? I don't know. But this is a telling tale when you look at Chris Dickerson. The muscularity of that back alone might even get him a victory. Of course, Franco Columbu's lower lat insertions, they're ungodly. Unworldly? Anyway, they're impressive. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Chris Dickerson. I get off track here. His condition, guys. Look at that. He's beating Tom Platz, Franco Columbu, Roy Callender, and, if I do say so myself, probably Padilla as well. Now, as far as Tom Platz and Roy Callender are concerned, I actually like Callender's lat spread better than Platz. Platz lacked width, I think. The rear double, no doubt I had Platz over Callender, but the rear lat, I think it might be the other way around. Now, Franco Columbu, like I said, lower lat insertions, very impressive. The upper back's not that impressive. And, of course, the lower half, least in this man's score sheet anyway. Let's go to the abs and thigh. This will be the final say in this matchup. Now, here, Franco Columbu, the upper body, aside from the gyno, of course, he looks awesome. You might even want to give him the win as far as the upper body, lats, V-taper are concerned. Then glance down at the wheels, because it matters, guys. You cannot win an Olympia without a set of legs. You just cannot do it. And Columbu's are by far the least impressive. Platz, I'm giving Platz the abs and thigh, no doubt. And I would give Padilla second. And it would be a battle between Franco and Chris Dickerson. Chris obviously has the condition of the wheels. Franco has the better upper body. I don't like the way Dickerson is holding his arms. And like I said earlier, I don't like to speak ill, but the elbows, little bit displayed. Anyway. Roy Callender, he's a wild card on this one. You watch the video footage, and heck, I'd give him an easy second place. He'd be battling Tom Platz. But this is the only real picture I could find. And I don't like to put screenshots on this. It distorts everything. I wanted to stick with pictures only, but even in this, he's showing his abs and his thigh. Could it be considered it has to be a double arm overhead, abs and thigh, in my opinion. So take it for what it is, guys. That is the 1981 Mr. Olympia event, and I'll give you my opinion based on these pictures, the picture comparisons, and of course I looked at all of the video footage possible, and I really have no choice but to put this man in fifth. Franco Columbu, of course, guys, goes without saying, with all due respect. It wasn't him that voted for himself, it was the judges. So if you're upset about the calling, which I'm sure a lot of people are, I have him dead last in this. If we had Jusip Wilkosh in there, who knows? He could have been further down the pike, but we don't need to drag it out. He was the least impressive lower half in the video footage, guys. Watch it, and there's some gyno shots that will make you cringe, and you're not supposed to do that in bodybuilding whatsoever. So, and when I do add up the muscularity round, the symmetry round, and of course, I awarded points for conditioning as well. So that all gets thrown in there, and Franco Columbu lands dead last. In fourth place was Chris Dickerson. And you know what? I guess they have it backwards. They have it completely backwards as far as I'm concerned. At least the top two. Franco Columbu dead last, and Chris Dickerson second to last, first and second. Anyway, Chris was the most conditioned, for sure. He had a few glaring omissions, a little bit of a torn pec, little bit of, I don't know if it's calcium developed on those elbows. I'm not exactly sure what causes that, but it sounds harsh, but it's a visual sport, and you gotta kind of pay attention to that stuff. But food for thought, he is the most conditioned man out there. Hamstrings, things of that nature. Maybe not the front, upper body, but anyway. In third place is Tom Platz. So Tom Platz, the only calling, I guess, that I agree with. Tom Platz gets third. He was so impressive, guys, in the wheels. The most impressive wheels. Bodybuilding history for the time, for sure. No doubt. Tom Platz, he gets third, and that's what the actual calling was. The stress, guys. In second place is Oh, Roy Callender, the Canadian Roy Callender. You know what? After the first few shots, I thought he was going to take it for sure. For sure. He fell a little short in the symmetry round, but that could be debatable too, considering there was no side or rear pitcher relaxed of Roy Callender. So kind of getting ripped off slightly, but I don't want to take anything away from the winner, in my opinion. And like I said, guys, I give you what I got. Danny Padilla, he wins. I'm not being biased. I'm not trying to favor one of the athletes. I simply judged from what I seen, and I counted it up, and Danny Padilla wins this one. And it was 1 point difference between him and Roy Callender. Now listen to this. I can't judge the posing routines because I couldn't find all of the guys doing their routines. But I did see Roy Callender's, and he did an outstanding job. Seen Franco's too, and it was not the best. But Roy Callender, he had an outstanding routine. You could hear the people cheering for him. But I can't say that Danny Padilla's was terrible. Just wouldn't be fair. But anyway, guys, that is my opinion. Danny Padilla. Could he be an uncrowned Mr. Olympia champion? You know what's funny? My judging on this one is the exact opposite of the actual judgment on this. But I'm sure a lot of people would agree with my calling rather than the actual calling. I mean, you can't disagree, guys. Franco Columbu did not deserve the win here. My opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Hit thumbs up on the video. I really enjoyed making this, setting this up for you guys. I love yous. Did I mention that? Yes, I did. Anyway, hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a fantastic day.